Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Escape from Tarkov video. I am your boy, Undertowns Panda, and as promised, new news has hit in relation to the wipe. Yes, Nikita has dropped a bombshell on us. Woo! The wipe is basically imminent within the next couple of hours. In Australia, probably this evening by about 6-7 / tomorrow morning 2-3 a.m. So in between that time. He has said that the update is going to take between 3 and 5 hours. I would reckon, just going by past experiences, it's probably going to take a little bit longer. If they can implement the fast update like they did for the past 2 patches, that would mean that we could possibly get the update within probably an hour or 2. But I'm rather banking on a little bit more time rather than a little bit less time. This is an exciting time for anybody in EFT. Old players will be coming back. A heap of new players will be coming in. You won't see M4s. You won't see any AS Vals. This is the time to get back into EFT, and a time that I am really looking forward to. We're going to quickly go through all of the changes as identified in the patch notes and really focus on the most critical ones. As of the wipe hitting, all of this juicy loot, money, rep, everything, you are going to go back to level 0. Let's get straight into it. Like I always say, gentlemen, laat ons gooi, manne, laat ons gooi. Yay! Now, there's a lot of stuff that we need to look at. First and foremost, we're going to be looking at what has changed. We're not going to go through every single item. However, the couple of stuff that we see and I see as being important. You can obviously go to Wiki, you can go to their Twitter or their whole website to find all of the patch note. First and foremost, you can't throw grenades while sprinting. Very interesting change there. You change the condition for status survived. Now you need to stay in the raid for at least 10 minutes or gain at least 600 XP before leaving this location. This has a direct impact on find in raid items. A little bit more on that a little bit later on. Increase the amount of experience required for the first 20 character levels. As Nikita's always said, he wants the early game to take longer and be more difficult, and I think this in itself is probably going to contribute to it. Simplified some Jaeger quests. Woo! Hallelujah! Changed various old quests, new rewards have been added. As we go along, I'll be sure to update my quest guide on this. A large number of rarity edits and chances of item spawns. We're gonna have to play a little bit more into the wipe to understand if there's new spawn locations or what has happened. Increase the variety of items spawned in loot containers. I think this in itself basically addresses the beginning of the dynamic loot spawn system. What Nikita wants and what BSG wants is for you to not run to one specific location, farm it and try and get an item. However, spread across the map, find every item, find every duffel bag, and hopefully spread the loot to a larger amount of areas. And last but not least, as I said, relating to dynamic looting, various changes in loot spawn point locations. Nikita has said that the dynamic loot will not be active as of 12.6. However, the last couple of items that I mentioned, I think is the beginning of the dynamic loot system. Now we are going to be looking at actual changes that have occurred within this new patch. If we look at what they added, one of the first things that come to mind that we actually discussed in my stream a little bit was the addition of capture. Thank you so much for the bots for adding this. However, I think it's really needed that, you know, BSG added something to try and address the amount of bots that were available. If you had anything in excess of, let's say, 300 rep in the flea market, I want to know, were you playing 24/7 or were there different methods that you utilized to try and get your rep up? I was really active this wipe, and I got up to about 150 like rep, which is a significant amount. You get 0.1 per basically 100,000 that you sell. Maybe this is going to change. I don't know. Let's see what happens. Access to trading will not be banned, but it will require entering a captcha. As I said, straightforward relating to bot. All stashes for all editions has been increased by 2 rows. Woo! Good monkey balls. Improved the display of objects via thermal imaging. You know, a lot of the time there was sort of a little bit of a glitch if you were looking through a tree or if you were looking through a window. So I think they are trying to address this in real like life to represent what is actually happening. The ability to lean while prone. Definitely one of the stuff that I look forward to the most and my community looks forward to the most is the Steam audio. Even though it's only the first iteration of it, it cannot be worse than what we currently have. If you've experienced any buildings, let's say in dorms or interchange or reserve or even in shoreline where you're on the first floor, you cannot make out where anybody is, let alone try and even pinpoint from which direction they are coming. This is a significant change and I'm really looking forward to this. Now you can't sell items that were not found in raid on the flea market. However, it says that this rule will not apply to weapons. Good addition, I think, because for the gunsmith, you're going to pay out of your ears to try and find the specific items and specific parts. So if we can at least sell weapons, whether you found it in raid or not, it will definitely help finding those specific parts that you need. When combining stacks of items found in raid with items not found in raid, all items will now receive a not found in raid status. A while ago, someone showed me a video on how you can basically glitch and use a bug to turn ammo into found in raid. I think this has now been addressed. So if you try and manipulate the situation to make bundles and bundles of items as seen as found in raid, well, you're going to end up with bundles and bundles of items that are not been found in raid. Items that are placed in the secure container gets the status found in raid only when you exfil the location with the status survived. Run through is not counted. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Really trying to address people just taking hatchets and running in. However, as stated in the beginning, if you can stay in the raid for 10 minutes or longer, this now counts as survived. So you could, in theory, just run, pick up an item, go hide in a bush for 10 minutes. Very simple. Sorry about that. My dogs are going crazy in the background. When you exit with the status run through or death, all of your items in your inventory that you brought out lose the found in raid status. Very interesting change. Now, it's basically said that if you find any items and you die, you lose it, even if it's in your gamma container. You don't just lose it. The items in your gamma container, all of a sudden the status is now not found in raid. So higher emphasis on surviving and extracting. Will this make spawn camping even worse? I don't know, only time will tell. If you enter a raid with items that have been found in raid status, these items will lose status. Pretty straightforward. When you buy items in the flea market, also loses the found in raid status, and if you buy it off of fence, it will also lose the found in raid status. Anything produced in a hideout will have a found in raid status. Hence, again, as I stated, try and make money by selling items that you require for the hideout. Pretty simple, pretty easy to do. You can make a bucket load of money as all of these items are classed as found in raid. Link in the description below to my video on one rule that I have. A large number of UI layout edits and UI bug fixes. The resources of items is now displayed in the flea market interface. Hallelujah! How many times have you bought fuel or medicine where you can't see how much is left? This is going to be a significant change and I'm really looking forward to this. Now the currency icons at the flea market are colored differently. Well, for those of you that are new or have been scammed in the past, now you will be easily see what is euros, what is USD and what is rubles. 5 new parts for the AR-15 or M4. However, you can't buy this. You're going to have to find this in raid. New characters, as it says there, 5, and some new gear which we're going to have to find. Without any further ado, I don't want to waste your time. I'm really looking forward to the wipe. Follow me on Twitch, YouTube and Twitter at Rion the Sad Panda. I've been a little bit sick the last couple of days, hence not being able to put up some videos. Thank you so much for tuning in. I stream through Mondays to Sundays. I hope to see you guys in the next one. Like I always say, gentlemen, laat ons gooi, mannen, laat ons gooi. Peace.